Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2023 ski test. Got a cool one for you today. This is a Liberty Evolv 110. Probably about the widest looking carving ski we're going to see. Very unique product here coming from Liberty, who mainly is known for their freeride capabilities. So they've taken that kind of freeride overall shape and put it into more of an all mountain and front side build. 110 millimeters underfoot. No one's really going to think that this is a carving ski, but due to the shape and construction overall, it does hold a really good edge. It's designed to carve big turns. It's not necessarily on groomed terrain, but if you think about Liberty and them being Colorado based, think about wide open spaces, variety of snow surfaces. That's kind of where this thing starts to make sense. Additionally, we see some videos of Liberty athletes kind of taking big cliffs on these things and having a strong tail in a wide-bodied format to provide that support, I think is really important for a lot of these kind of high-end athletes that are dropping pretty big cliffs so that they don't just kind of wheelie out of a softer, more freeride-oriented ski. I think having the strength in the tail is a benefit for a lot of these higher-end skiers. And then when you get this thing in open terrain, it just lights it up. Unbelievable support and power coming out of this ski. It's not that quick edge to edge. Certainly, you need to have some room to run. You're not going to be just ripping short skidded turns. Prefers to be on edge, allowing the skier to access that side cut. But we do get the VMT 3.0 core here, bamboo and poplar. We get 3 vertical metal struts as well as 2 horizontal carbon strips running tip to tail. So we get the metal, the carbon, and the wood that really add up to a smooth, energetic, quiet, and stable ski. It's not that stiff. It definitely has some flex to it, which you kind of need for a ski of this width to get it up on edge. If this thing was super stiff, and at this width, it would be pretty challenging to get this up on a high edge angle. A ski this wide does need that higher edge angle, kind of like what we see here in the vise, to get this thing to activate the entirety of the side cut. But just a very unique and awesome ski in that regard. We don't see a whole lot of rocker in terms of free ride, in their Origin 112 or something like that. We really see a bowed out, mustachioed style of rocker profile. This is definitely more of that all mountain front side oriented. We do get a little bit longer of a tip rocker than we see in the Evolv 100, but just a nice smooth gradual rise to it. Very minimal splay for a ski this width. So while it will stay on top of fresh powder, it's not going to just bounce you out of it. It's going to be a smoother feel to it. And that kind of lines up with that taper shape as well, where it's not terribly dramatic. You get a long, effective edge. So everything about this is going to be smooth rather than playful and bouncy. And then we see that truth come to being in the tail as well. Not a ton of tail rocker. I would say about a 5% rise here. Minimal splay, and then squared off blocky tail shape here. So this minimal taper here is going to hold on to the turn until the end. It's going to be a little bit grabbier than we see with like a bowed out rocker tail. That Origin 112 is a good comparison in terms of how different a ski can be with a relatively similar waist width. Just 2 very, very vastly different products with different feels to it. This one, a lot more high performance, more business oriented, versus that Origin 112, which is just more of a toy out there in the fresh and soft snow. So really unique ski here. Kind of hard to peg an intended audience on this one. If you like that feeling of a wider carving ski, this would be an option for you. If you're looking for something more playful and a little bouncier, not the best choice, but certainly has its fit and application in a bunch of different skiers. And again, just a totally unique and different ski than anything out there on the market. So always like to see that from companies, thinking outside the box, doing something a little bit different. Liberty has always been great for that, and it's awesome to see in this Evolv 110. So check the ski out at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.